And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta in our Humanity First run. The original plan on here was to basically play, I, as someone who's somewhat a veteran of the game, has some understanding of how alien status is hate relationship with mission control, so we're basically going to intentionally ignore that relationship and just build and fight the aliens, resist, do more than resist. This is partially what the game plan has been the entire time. Hasn't necessarily been as successful as I would have liked, and not because of the aliens, but because we're having to fight humans. Most of our setbacks against the aliens have been because we've had to been out of position to deal with humans. You can kind of see, and this is what we sort of did at the end of last stream, is we have a ship, or have a bunch of ships, to be fair. Foxtrot 124 here is 10 ships on their way to Mercury. So they've, at this point, probably completed their initial burn to head towards Mercury, so they are descending in the gravity well, and then they'll probably do a circularization burn here, and this is why this is not quite a straight thing. But yep, so Mercury's spinning around, they're on the way down to Mercury. They'll be there in 37 days, is what they're estimating. Which gives you an idea how rapidly Mercury orbits. Obviously, once they're at Mercury, we'll be able to do the survey and know what is the sites here. Ooh, interesting. We'll see if we actually get there before any admitting claims on the sites. We did send our probe surveys. The probe survey is actually estimated to get there before us. So I guess these ships were not as fast as I had hoped. On the other hand, when we get there, we will basically, whatever is unclaimed, we will be able to, on arrival, just claim it all. Is the plan. So we're going to basically claim all of this, and then at which point I need to probably start claiming more water and more volatiles. We've depleted both of those stockpiles flying ships around. So the big thing we need is we need water, we need volatiles. I got the metal to build stuff, I got the nobles to build stuff, I got the radioactives for the fission power plants.
Ready for orders.
I just don't have the proverbial petrol, let's say. Here on Earth, we're mostly in the realm of cooldowns for the EU. So right now, you can see we have no ability to do federations. This indicates that either we're on cooldown for taking control of the executive, as we are in Estonia, or we have already done it in the case of Bosnia and Croatia, and actually on cooldown for integrating them into the EU. So we've nearly put together the Game Start EU. Fully united Game Start EU here for 2026. This was a start on 2026. We've moved into Russia. Due to actually Russia's alliance apparently with Japan, we've ended up taking over most of Central Asia because Japan declares war on them. We send the Russian army in. Russia has claims on them, so if you occupy the capital, it flips to Russia. So Russia, to be fair, is probably only stable because of its armies. Yeah, Russia is stable because of its armies, because of all those hostile claims. So at some point, probably once we've got most of the mission control constructed, we'll swap over to running a bunch of Unity here. Probably Unity and Welfare to stabilize Russia for eventually taking it more democratic. Well, actually, to stabilize it, not necessarily to bring it more democratic, but because at some point we're going to want to push it into the EU, and when we push it into the EU, we don't want its inequality driving the EU's inequality up. Because Super EU, Greater Eurasian Union EU, is unstable enough without inequality being an issue. At this point, we need to get moving towards probably more mines with things like Mission Saturn, which is why we're doing that. So Mission Saturn into Mission to the Outer Planets. Trying to work towards Tier 3 HABs so we can get more science. Get more out of our existing stations. So that's our space future, I think is the big holdup there. Which is being gapped by space navies. Space navies is something we probably want to do anyway, reasonably cheap. Once we're done with that sort of line of things, cyber won't ban either. So Cyber, I think it's tier 3. The tier 3 or tier 2. Tier 3. Tier 3 augments to the human counselors. So once that's done, we got all the mines and got the tier 3 habs. We're trying to develop the drives to get us to the aliens, I think. Yeah, I think at that point we'll probably be back to focusing more on private techs. We'll see where we are at that point. But yeah, here on Earth, I do have more MC, so I'm going to be taking over more stuff. What does Russia have claims on that we don't have? Maybe a good way to be thinking about what are we missing? Minsk, we're going to pass up on because that's Belarus. Well, actually, Belarus is probably where we go. Chinky. Chinky. I don't recognize that capital. Most of the regions here are, I think, named after the capitals, not after the country. And that's not a very useful way to figure out which region's which. So, Talon. Obviously, you're not going to pick up Talon because that's in. So, Talon, Riga, Vilnius. Minsk is there. We're going to work on Minsk. Don't make me click the nation game. Yerevan. Okay, so probably make me Yerevan. Tbilisi. Okay. Dubashinki is the only one I'm mentally missing. That's maybe one of the ones in the middle here. Bashinki. Kyrgyzstan. It would be much easier for me to remember which place it was if they said the country name, but not the capital name. In Tajikistan is Dubush. Ah, which is you're in the Federation, right? Okay, so basically, probably work to diplomatically annex these two. Armenia and Kyrgyzstan would have to be done with military without improving Russia's democracy score, which probably isn't worth doing. I don't foresee a situation where we can diplomatically or peacefully sort of get into China or India. There are other alternatives to get into those nations. They're also not the highest priority to get into. Another big one to get into would be America if it wasn't held by the resistance. Brazil in the New World. Saudi Arabia is owned by the resistance. Okay, might do Brazil next. Yeah, let's work on taking over the two places we can federate into Russia. Diplomatic wage shoots is Tajikistan and Belarus. Belarus is, I think, the one we were teeing up to hit. Oh, 25%. That's hard enough for us to go in right now. There we go.
Turning up the heat.
Do once over on our counselors before we actually get to doing stuff. There's an org there that we could pick up. Probably not on you. You're saving up for something that costs 40. Moving addict, okay. You don't need admin. I don't think anyone needs admin, that's where we're at. Does anyone need admin? No. Everyone's got 25 or 25 or 24, and I think the one that has 24 is actually capped at 24. You've got 20, so you can pick something up. Doesn't want to be admin. Probably just wants to be espionage. Lots of potential trades here. Probably just get your espionage to 25, and then we'll be looking at probably pick up trades. Let's confirm assignments. Let some time pass. We're a couple council cycles out from doing a bunch of stuff with Mercury.
Expertise.
Our probe should be the first to hit Mercury, but it might not be
Public
that far
sentiment
ahead.
is increasingly with us.
So we may lose a little bit of Mercury.
Things are cooling off.
Order is returning.
Orbital debris strike. We do what we can to mitigate the damage. So we have hopefully the minimum amount to repair and rebuild. Also, Solar Collector launched Information Science Lab, and the Solar Collector was powering the modules up there, which is a bit of a
They
shame.
slipped away from us.
Ah, failed the
Prepping
down.
for mission.
I'm gonna abort the 1 and 4.
Mission is a no-go.
I didn't spend any resources on it, so I didn't need to abort it, but we're going to. Yeah, I think they're trying to military flip Georgia, or revolution flip Georgia. Okay, so this is a monitor being built at Earth. I think we only have one Earth fleet at this point. The old one was rendered destroyed. Logan. Yeah, you're a monitor, so you want to join. That is you. Logan, Rainier, and you want to go to Logan Station. So you can join 176. And then you want to launch to 176. And take your sweet time. You can save fuel doing this. That'll bring us up to 10 monitors. So if we had all the money in the world, or all the water, all the volatiles in the world, we'd be building battleships at this point. Here we go. So we got a main combat fleet. Let's come back up to orbit. Let's look at the fleets in orbit. So we've got Victor 232 doing a surveillance mission. It completes in November. So we might as well procrastinate a bit. We don't need to go down there yet. We just need to remember to hit it before November.
Ready.
Okay, so we're gonna attempt the purge. That
Terminating
point.
the opposition.
And the crackdown.
Where to?
We'll go for 90%.
Targeting their center of power.
Confirm assignments, let time pass. So it's not this cycle, but the next cycle that we're going to have the arrival of Mercury. There we go. New project available, exotic materials. Set as favorite. That's a set as favorite as well. The exotic materials I'm actually going to prioritize over Hydra language. It's an even more expensive tech, but I think this is the tech we need to know about the neutron lance.
Lending my expertise.
Yeah, if I can get some neutron lances, I'll probably try to build some neutron lance lancers. That's probably a good way to describe it.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Things are stabilizing.
Violence is abating.
You've hit them where it hurts.
Okay, crackdown successful. It should mean the follow-up purge will be successful. Decent sources of water and volatiles. Here's Material Research Center. Grab Space Science Research Center. Not a bad place for nobles. Issue is already there, though. Water volatiles.
Our associates are now in charge.
Got a first point in Belarus. Yeah, some of these are places that I'll be tempted to go to with colony ships later
Your orders.
to generate water and volatiles. So once again, we're going to purge. We'll move for the executive
We're
first.
taking power.
Ready.
Now we have a point we can go for the executive.
Applying pressure on their people.
They're probably going to do a defend mission again, which is going to make this much less likely to succeed, but see how that actually goes. And then here we're waiting for stuff to come off of cooldown. Estonia is off of cooldown. Let's take the
Ready
public
for my
campaigner
mission.
back. It's a national policy of
Time to make a
Estonia.
move.
Although that's the Federate, not the Unify, which is a little bit less. Well, it's important to get that on cooldown, so we're moving towards the Unify, which is 12th of October there, 30th of August there.
Lending my expertise.
Neural engineering. So next cycle we'll want to apply that.
Order is returning.
We're doing what we can to stabilize
Backdown
Georgia, because they're
complete.
doing stuff to what they can to unstabilize
Things are
it.
cooling off.
We've arrived at Mercury. Thought we're at Mercury. Oh, did I somehow get here before the survey? Survey completion's worth of. Oh, apparently I'm bad at math. Survey of Mercury is in fact not done, which is actually what we'd hoped for. So we got here before the survey mission. Our survey mission should get there first, so if no one else is there. That's basically what we know. Okay, so we run survey mission. Takes 2 days. There we go. So we know what is everywhere on Mercury. Everywhere has metal. Not everywhere has nobles. One place does not have nobles, although we're mainly here for nobles. Pretty good radioactive on the one. Or decently radioactive on the one that is got no nobles, though. Okay, so with that we can do outposts. So we're going to claim all of them. Okay, so that's our Mercury outpost set up. 8 bases, 2 platforms. So let's go modify those. So Mercury, us. So in space we're getting solar collector, construction module. On the ground, we're getting a construction module and solar collector at each location. Let's pop into these. Obviously, we're going to want to mine. That's what we came here for. Or the main thing we came here for is the mine. So we pop the mine in. I could probably get away without the construction module, but we're not in that much of a rush. These initial ones I probably should... Well, I should probably put point defense arrays here until we get a fleet. Each of these is going to get a mine and a point defense array. Mine and a point defense array. Mine. Defense array. Mine. And again, this is basically costing trivial amounts of water and volatiles. It's not actually all that surprising as far as metal is concerned, but we have a lot of metal, so that's not a concern. Right, so this is costing upfront 800 or 87, 88 metal, so that would be pretty atrocious if we had to launch that from Earth. But we don't, we have it in space already. Okay, so that's the ground locations. The space locations already have a construction module going in. They're going to want a space dock, so we can refuel at them, and probably also the PDA, the Point Defense Array. One of these is going to get converted into Mercury's shipyard. The other one I think I'm going to turn into a solar mirror array, so we can get frankly absurd levels of power out of that solar panel on Mercury. So each of those bases will have like one solar panel, and that'll be like all the power we need, all the power we could dream of needing on Mercury. So yeah, that's going to take a little while to set up, but it is now setting up.
Policy direction complete.
And then we'll probably have those ships begin to disperse for mining. Yeah, we'll have them pretty much dispersed for mining. Because we'll be looking for water and volatiles. Here we are, federating, Estonia, close, and continue.
We've removed some threats.
Removed some threats. Lost a point in Croatia, that's easy enough to take back.
Your orders?
And we're not ready yet. Yeah, it's just the one. So we'll probably have you come public campaign.
Making our case. Ready
You're going
for
to continue
orders.
cracking down that one in Belarus.
Going after their people.
You can
What's
do
the
Purge. But you're not... Well, actually, you're reasonable. That's like 5 points worth here. This looks pretty bad, but this is pre-crackdown.
We're taking power.
Values.
Ready to go.
You should be good enough that you can take this point even if they do a defend, so we'll just send you in.
Targeting the opposition.
Also an effect speed to pick something up. Oh, we're also in this cycle. Okay, so let's get to the top of them. Let's go through.
I'm here.
There are how many augments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. They're each going to cost about a K. We're not going to ground them on all of them. For example, like this person, we're not picking up admin because they're admin capped. Although we're probably actually in this case we've got 2 admin orgs that we don't want to lose. Right? This is a particularly good org. This is a particularly good org. So we're not grabbing admin here because you plus those orgs puts you in cap. But yeah, we're basically going to go through. So it's going to be 6,000 times 6 counselors. So it's going to be 36,000. We have 36,000, so we should be able to just apply these wholesale. We don't need to be too picky on who we apply them to. The degree that we will be picky is doing things like, yeah, this person no longer needs admin, so we're not going to grab them the admin one. The next one. Yeah, I think it's everyone here. The exception is I might not want to give you admin because then although we probably want to move away from the admin orgs that cost money for upkeep if we can. So we'll hold off the admin because we just don't need it right now. So command, yes. Plans, yes. Defense, security. Not the admin. The admin's the only one you're not going to do. Investigate and espionage. So you're admin capped, right? Yeah, you can't go over 24. You're exactly at 24, but you're not going to give up stakes for all. You're not going to give up CIA, so you don't need any more admin. How are you at 24? It's 12 plus 12. Stake for all is 4 plus 5. that's 9. Where are you getting the other 3 from? Oh, executioners provide, sorry. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. You don't need any more admin. You're perfect where you are. That explains why your admin's not leveled up, yeah. You'll probably want your command. You'll want science. Security, obviously. Although actually, we could have got away without security. This is giving you security because we might take something off that's providing security. You don't need the investigate, and you don't need the espionage, but I'm going to give you them both. And then we can take off this. So this has freed this org up for going on anyone else. And you still have full investigate, still have full espionage, still have full security. A little tempting to grab this for the mission control and the science. It's actually not bad because there's a two spot for 2 science. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna take you. Okay, and you have some XP. I should spend the XP while we're here. That's probably Commander Science. We'll go Command. Could have been Persuasion as well. Again, you're going to start picking stuff up. Kind of actually tempting to pick up Untouchable at some point. Admin. Your admin capped. Do we want to lose, or would we want to lose admin orgs? So you cost 2, you provide 5. You are costing us money, so that's a possible. We're definitely keeping Espero. Capricorn isn't a particularly great use because it's costing 2, providing 3, but it's positive money. Yeah, so it's probably this one we want to lose. You are 25 of 25. We could give you 2. Wouldn't be quite enough to keep you at full if we took Tiberius off. So we at least want to hold off until we can pick up another admin, although I could pick another admin up right now. Let's do the other ones, we'll come back to that choice. Command, you don't need the command, but then again this will let you take someone off. In fact, you already should take something off of command. Yeah, some of these commands are not particularly great use of space. We're not going to give you command right now just because, yeah, we'd just be taking command off. You're already 1 over. This, if I gave you the command, you'd be 2 over, and they'll be like, yeah, no, at this point, we really want to take two off, which would literally be taking 2 orgs off. So we can wait for that. Okay. Science, yes. Security, of course. Investigate is always nice. If you're not investigate capped, espionage, keep you hidden a bit more. Okay, so the one command org where we probably, well, the command orgs we don't want you to lose is 7th US and Stratus, as they're providing you missions. Could probably pull the rest off, but unless we've got a place to put them there, no rush. And yeah, I think it's espionage we're going to go with you here. And we could have done admin, but I don't think it was a good time to do it. We're still on augmenting. Battle computer, yeah. Science, yes. P defense systems, that's security, yes. Investigate. Are you over investigating? You're over investigating 1. We could probably give that to you and pull like 2 off. I wouldn't be surprised if we had to 2. Or pull some of the 1s off. Yeah, that's actually the 2 we'd pull. But we want you to keep that for the espionage. So it's probably, yeah, probably give that to you and we can just pull some of the 1s off. But I think we have some redundant 1s. It's also investigate when detecting the consoles, although I think the base enhanced. You replace embedded sensors. Okay, the +1 from detecting other counselors is a fixture of the first one. So it's only net +1 investigate. Yeah, we might puzzle investigate off of him. Admin. Again, we'll hold off on the admin because we don't need to take it off. We're 25. So we'd be in the realm of trying to pull things off at this point. He actually needs 2 points to pull same Viking holding. So we'll hold off on that. And then more espionage is nice. And yeah, I think we pull some investigate off. Be using either of these for skills before I pull them. No. So pull you. That frees up space. Doesn't affect your stats. Pull even more off and throw Trail on the Cogon, but no. Oh, we could do a 3 for 3. 3 for 3 espionage is not bad. Or give you some more command. This comes with Assassinate, Grease and Rest. But you have Grease and Rest already. Mainly Assassinate. Sabotage, Steal, Detain. And we have to Detain. Not sure about Sabotage and Steal. Oh no, we have Steal as well, so it would just be Sabotage it'd be giving us. Although it is nice with the +3 espionage, that's what I'm thinking about that, picking that one up. You know, we'll pick that up just because of the espionage. You were saving for something that cost 40, which you should now be able to pick up. Yeah, there you go. Big Addict. And then you're probably our newest counselor. Yeah, you're getting almost all your admin from orcs, so there is definitely an argument there to be giving you more admin, because then we can take some of the orgs off. Give you command. Science. Security. Investigate. Countermeasures is espionage. Anyway, we'll give you the admin. The admin will technically put you 1 over on admin. So you're now 26 of 25. Meaning we take one of these 1 to 3s off. Yeah, we can say take that one off. What we'll do is we'll go into org management. One of the other 1 to 3s is a -17 to 30. We're actually going to take the -17 to 30 off. And then move that 10 to 3 into that space. That one. There we go. Anyway, then I think we're just going to bend that one. So technically you've lost 2 admin, but it'll be easy enough to get that admin back. You're a criminal, so that probably wants to be criminal admin orgs if we can do it, instead of just raw pay money to get admin orgs. Or at least then if we probably want the denser ones like we've already got on you. And then that's all the way through the counselors. Okay. And we confirm assignments, let some time pass.
Lending my expertise.
Settlement mining complexes coming online. Well, just one at Mars. It's a rebuild. Targeting Rainier Station. So you're coming to Earth. You will arrive in less than an hour. So this is a 176 needs to respond to Rainier. They will arrive in 3.3 hours. Pretty low energy burn, so they'll definitely get there. The question, of course, is, are they going to get that time? So transfer, continue. Aliens arrive first. Accept and auto-resolve the fight. Accept the result. Continue. Do our guys arrive before the station's destroyed? Yes. So we start battle. Okay. So this should be a fairly easy fight. We got 15 torpedo tubes per target, so we should be able to saturate the target's PD. And if we can't, then it's just an indication that it's time to move on for torpedoes. Torpedoes away. We're still being jammed. Am I still running the old targeting computer? Hard to tell, it just tells me targeting computer. Oh, yeah, I'm running the real old targeting computer, so I'm still running targeting computer 1. Should get that fixed. Yeah. Still should be enough torpedoes here to saturate the PD. Plasma. Interesting. And you can see how effective alien plasma can be. We're gonna lose one ship to alien plasma. Oh, actually, I think it survived. Barely. Didn't take any fuel damage, so it should be able to, with post-damage repairs, get underway to a repair bay. Okay. There we go. Victory for humanity first. Shipyard was destroyed, of course, the place we were... Oh, that's why the transfer was so terribly, terribly slow. Rainier is my other shipyard, because to respond to shenanigans, we built 2 shipyards in Earth orbit. So this is the secondary shipyard. Secondary shipyard got jumped. We're going to do a rebuild all. And because this is the secondary shipyard, we don't actually have to go anywhere to get the fleet repaired. Just have the fleet repair in situ. Oh, you were supposed to go to Rainier, but because of aliens being docked there, you're not actually at Rainier. Technically. There you go. Now you're at it. And you're doing repair and resupply. It'll be done in 22 days, which is probably quicker than you need to be. If I'm desperate, I can do a council order, break off the damaged one. Yep, that's fine. That's arriving 6th of June. Or July. That might be a attack. Our probe finally arrives at Mercury, only to find that we have installed ourselves, let's say. Project complete, Space Science Research Center. Okay, so we're just going to basically try to pick up all the Tier 2 labs. We should have discovered all of them. We've done materials, that was space, into energy. Work on info. Exotics is probably actually the highest priority of stuff to get done, but I'm not going to push it too hard. Ooh, so this is potentially a concern. We do not have defenses at Mercury. Although I think by then the PDs should be online, although I think that can probably overcome a PD defense. Fleet launches. This is surprisingly slow. Oh, these are because they're bigger cruisers, that's what's going on. We got another fleet running a bit slow because of cruisers in tow.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Violence is abating.
The control is vulnerable now.
Okay, successful crackdown. Presumably going to be followed by a successful purge. Yep, Mercury's getting targeted. We'll see how well the defenses at Mercury hold up, and I suspect the answer is they won't. Lone PDs are probably not going to be enough of defensive capacity to stop orbital bombardment. Initiative Fleet India 32 has launched trajectory to Blue Ridge Station. And I've mostly screwed up. We're going to hit continue. It's going to arrive there, and we're going to have to handle it with PD, hopefully. Yeah, 240mm arcans. In fact, I think the auto-resolve will handle this. Yeah.
Our people have taken control.
Okay, we're back in full control of Croatia. Oh, and we are Federation ready for Georgia.
We're in control here.
Critical success in Belarus. There we go. Full control over Belarus. It's already in the Eurasian Union. So we just need to wait for the executive cooldown to unify it in, I believe. Why is it marked in red? Because it's too democratic. We'll have to work on that. It's not too far off. That might be one where we can fix it by making Belarus more authoritarian, to be fair. Now, if I want to make it more authoritarian, the quickest way to do that is probably going to be to turn spoils up. Yeah, let's max out spoils. Try to rapidly bring down the government.
Standing by for orders.
Okay, next is Tajikistan. The bit we're going after is actually already cracked down, so we just send that you on the purge mission.
Standing by for orders.
And
Don't let
start
them find out.
attempting to sabotage some of the pro-alien factions.
I'm going in.
Just keep this guy busy.
Ready to go.
And then you're otherwise idle. Go set the national policy in EU.
On my way to the capital.
Lending my
Some of the
expertise.
farms came online. So we're looking pretty good at water.
They won't know what
Would like more volatiles. Okay, so we're getting to an ability to select project sabotage. We are seeing that and this is the servers I'm doing this on, we're working on exotic materials. Let's delay their exotic materials. Success, major setback with exotic materials.
We've moved the needle.
Things are stabilizing.
There's info. We've done society. I think we've done society already. The research labs are 1.5k. So either I forgot to hit it a favorite on the military, or we did it already. And I think either I forgot to hit it on the social science, or we did it already. That's management research. That's way down the line. Same thing with military. We presumably did it already. Okay. Xenoscience. Yeah, we should do xenoscience. Let's slow down exotic research a bit. Foxtrot 176 repaired. Also, quickly make sure you've done a resupply. Then it'll be ready for operations. Humans arrive on Mercury, standing safely. Gotta get the order of those words right. Standing safely inside the shadow line of a great polar crater, our colonists are building humanity's first home on this scorched Earth. 500 science and 100 influence. Okay, so those are done. The mines will be coming online eventually, but the thing we're going to do is we're just going to probably upgrade these. Now that they're Tier 1, we are going to take them to Tier 2. We think the aliens are coming to splat us, so we might not get to keep all of these. In fact, we might not keep any of them, depending on how angry the aliens are. They do have their point defense up, so they will be able to return fire. That fire probably will be completely ineffective, but yeah, because it's just surface to orbital infrared laser cannons. I don't think the aliens are going to be that scared of the smaller infrared lasers. Here we go. So all those are in the queue to build up.
Mission complete.
Federate, Georgia, confirm.
We're in control here.
We're taking that first point and Tajikistan. Lots of water and volatile locations. That's probably where we're going to go as soon as we get the colony ship fleets refueled, is we're just going to scatter them. Just scatter them to the wind. We're going to pick like 10 different water volatile locations and send them out to 10 different locations.
Reporting in.
Send you to stabilize
We'll
the
make
EU.
things safe.
Standing by.
We're going to send you to sabotage. We just did the servants. So let's hit the protectorate.
Breaching lab security.
Your orders?
I'll have you go help. Stabilize
Restoring
Georgia.
order.
Unless we've come off a cooldown for something else. Not yet. August is the, well, basically September is going to be the next one. It's August 30th, which is basically end of September. Or the beginning of September.
Lending my expertise.
Okay, so that's the repaired defense position at Rainier. Alien fleet launches for low Mars orbit. I think the aliens are a little angry at us. Just a little. A battleship and a bunch of frigates. So that's going to be too big, because it's a 8 large fleet for the missile monitors alone to take out. Although we got until November, so not even November this year. November 37. So they're taking their sweet time to come down here. They're coming, but they're going to take their sweet time to get down here. Energy Research Center complete. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 9 types. So it's just climate and life and Xeno. We're already working on the Xeno.
We have hacked their research data.
We can sabotage them learning about their demands. The aliens regard our faction with inaccurate information. Okay. There's a little bit more to that, but it doesn't tell you that if you're a different faction. But yeah, we're gonna go delay the Protectorate learning what the alien demands are. Victor 203 has arrived at low Earth orbit.
The people will come
What
to
is
our
it
side.
doing there?
Things are stabilizing.
Things are
Might
cooling
be
off.
there to do
Things are
surveillance. To be fair.
stabilizing.
Okay, so we got our space docks going at Mercury. So Foxtrot 1, 2, 4. Begin your repair and resupply. Once they are repaired and resupplied, we will find 10 different targets for them to all go to. Lost a point in Georgia, we can take that back, that's not too hard. There's Xenoscience. Pick up climate as well. And then I think that's all the tier 2 labs. We'll have to take the time to implement a few of them. They probably need to be implemented really in Earth orbit. Probe controlled by humanity first has arrived at this location. That's a really good place. It's also owned by the aliens, so I'm not surprised that the aliens like that spot. It's about to go like, oh, I should go there. Wait. There's aliens there already. There's already aliens there. Okay. Do you want to save up for something Megastar rich? Probably not. Science. We got you on permanent advise at this point, so that's one more percent of science. Out of the EU. The EU, I think, is a major contributor to science. We're getting 48.9 from nations. I have to do a little bit more math to figure out how much is coming from the EU. You're probably not the person I want to put this on, but we're going to put it on this person. Another 3% space mining. More espionage. I don't really need the control points. The espionage makes them harder for the other guys to find. So it fading my all my counselors into the shadows has its strengths.
Ready to go. Cracking down.
Acknowledged. Removing our enemies.
Okay, I'll take that point back real quick. And right now we're running Unity pretty heavy in the EU because I'm trying to get this up to like 3 or 4. Not because I want to like lower government or anything, because we just need the unit. You need the cohesion. I'm trying to use that to push the cohesion up faster. So the restoration to rest points real slow. Probably getting to the point where I can slow welfare down even more, but I think we're good enough there. Farm assignment. Let's go for like one more
Lending
council
my
cycle this episode.
expertise.
Expedition to Mercury's equator. Scientists from a base are prepared to explore Mercury's equator. While presence on the surface of Mercury, it has been mostly limited to the polar craters. A group of scientists have organized an expedition to equator. As well as carrying out a series of geographical studies, the expedition will also observe the effects of extreme temperature shift on several experimental new materials used in the construction of their rover. Let us know how it goes. Or, here's a few more things to test while you're there. Use boost and money. Yes. Here's our lab. Their other lab. Oh, that's real cheap for 10% more off-Earth mining. Just grabbing that one. Okay. Advanced prospecting, and then I'm tempted to go cyclotron. If we don't get the neutron lance, the cyclotron's pretty wasted. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's pretty wasted if we don't have neutron lance. Oh, I probably will want to get reconnaissance array for upgrading the Earth stuff. This is tier 2, but for the surveillance. They've arrived at low Mercury orbit. They have begun bombarding one of our bases. So the question here is the PDA going to be able to return enough fire? No. If we're going to run a new location, they did take some damage. They're not getting away completely harmlessly. Screw up the power here, or is it just something I need to turn it on after? Oh, you're short power. Why are you short power? Ah, because we were in the process of upgrading the solar array. I suspect, when the solar array got destroyed. Or should have been in the process of upgrading the solar array when the solar array got destroyed. Get all solar collectors upgraded. It'll bring a bunch of the systems offline. But it'll be much better off once it's powered up properly. These guys are doing the repair and resupply. These guys also aren't sufficiently armed to... Well, actually, with that many rail cannons, they weren't light rail cannons, so they weren't unarmored. We probably could do it. But they have no armor either. Okay, there goes the second point defensive array, so they're going to overrun that one as well. Our construction modules are not up yet. No. Hopefully something survives to the 21st of November. Or we can simply colony ships before they leave. Fix some of them. If they don't blow the colony ships up.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Order is returning.
Violence is abating.
Attacking the third base.
Target lost.
Ooh, Crackdown did not succeed. That was a supreme change. We were estimating like 90%. Let's defend mission. What's the purge?
Mission in progress.
I'll roll the 25 on the purge on the Crackdown here, or well, on the purge. Point defense array destroyed. Okay, so they're gonna blow the third one up. They're gonna blow the fourth one up. They're gonna blow the fifth one up.
Our enemies are still in control.
Yeah, we didn't succeed on the 1 and 4. They're going to the sixth one. You're gonna blow the sixth one up. Although order-wise, it is hard to tell. Okay, so they're going for the seventh one. Don't have enough follow-up on whether or not they're going to blow that one up yet.
We're taking power.
Where do you need me? Targeting their key people.
Where do you need me? Targeting the opposition.
Here we go. We should still be able to get back in there pretty quickly. This is the beginning of August. Our cooldowns end of August. We'll be able to integrate another one in, have another fewer places to defend 2 cycles from now. We're at a good point, I think, to put in a part break. We're obviously going to need to figure out how we're going to hold Mercury. As you can see, level 1, tier 1 defenses are capable of causing quite a bit of damage. Yeah, so they've gone through 6. There's the potential they're just going to blow through everything. It's not too much of a concern if they do. But yeah, I think we'll deal with that in the next part. Counselors, I don't think we've got anything we want to do interaction-wise with our counselors right now. Yeah, I think we've got all the XP spent on them. But yeah, we're gonna have to, well, I say we're gonna have to do something about this. Really don't. Like, yeah, we're losing a little bit of resources every time they blow stuff up. But this is, in theory, this is calming the aliens down. If the aliens are blowing our stuff up here, then they're not off blowing it up elsewhere. And I suppose the longer we can postpone them here, the greater the likelihood we can actually get some ships built to deal with them. The shipyards are actually up, so I could start, well, I say shipyards, the space docks at Mercury are up. We have our 2 space docks, two low Mercury space docks. So I could try to, in fact, I'll put them in the queue because I assume this is what we're going to do. The newer, why do those still look like they're running the old targeting computer? Because they're still running the old targeting computer. Why haven't I upgraded the new targeting computer? Anyway. What did I change between these two? So this is currently what we have deployed. It's supposed to be an upgrade, and the way it looks like it is... So it's 30 frontage... Or is it an upgrade? 13 versus 7. It has more Delta V. I think that's the only thing I'm seeing there. Yeah, let's get you upgraded the newest targeting computer. Oh, this was the range upgrade, right? This was the yeah, this was the range upgrade to get out to International Space Station. Let's save that design with the new improved targeting computer. And if I can, I'll probably do an upgrade on 3. Same sort of thing. We want the targeting computer as a upgrade. So don't get them confused. Okay. And then obviously the 2A is basically obsolete because we want the targeting computer upgrade. And then I'll go ahead and build 2 of these. Or we'll get 2 of these under construction. If these dockyards survive for 180 days, we'll have 2 monitors in Mercury orbit. That won't really be enough to stop anything, although it probably would be enough to stop these guys. Yeah, I imagine that 3 torpedo bays might be able to get through that. Might be able to get through that. But yeah, this is where we're going to bring this part to a close.
Reporting in.
I think the run is going well, although we've apparently having a very big setback at Mercury. We really weren't requiring to own Mercury. Really, we wanted to deny that to all the other factions. And at the moment, as long as the aliens are blowing stuff up, that's really just the Tier 1 stuff. The Tier 1 stuff's pretty cheap to replace, so it's not a big concern. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part of tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'll be back to record the next part after a short break. So with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.